We got Brian Kelleher back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Montel Jackson at UFC 232 on December 29th. And Brian, this must feel like deja vu a little bit, having the rescheduled fight. Does it make things a little bit easier preparing for an opponent you were supposed to fight before?
We've already been preparing for it, so we kind of just kept things rolling, added a couple things here and there. But yeah, it's pretty much just double time.
When did fight camp officially start for you? When did you find out about this fight?
Man, I honestly don't have camps. I just kind of I up the intensity as I get closer to the fight, really, and I kind of have that down. But I'm always training, so really after a fight, depending on how sore I am, how banged up I am, I'm usually back in the gym within like a week or two because I can't live without training. Like I can't I go on a binge eating tour for like a week and then I'm like sick of it and I got to get back to the gym. So I was training after the Lineker fight, probably like 2-3 weeks after I healed up and I was back in the gym.
And any cross training for this camp? I know in the past that's what you've sort of done in terms of your camp.
Yeah, just kind of mixing it up everywhere. We got 10th Planet. I got the hoodie right here. These guys have been helping me amazing with their jiu-jitsu over there. It's a humbling experience every time. But we got Long Island MMA, which I was at today, mixing it up there. Striking coach, my brother, just everything pretty much. Same old stuff.
And what about training partners? Who are some of the guys you get to work with at all the gyms? Is there like a particular training partner you get to work with at each gym?
Not really. It's always mixed up. It's kind of guys who are there, or sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Everyone's got different lives, different schedules. So I just try to get the best work that I can. I sparred with Marab a couple of times over at Longo's. A couple of guys at Long Island MMA helping me with sparring. Really high-level guys that are able to switch stances and give me a good southpaw look. I get a couple rounds in with my brother, who's a tall southpaw, so that works out. And then there's some guys at 10th Planet who are wrestlers, so I've been, doing some wrestling drilling after practice, which has helped a lot too.
And what about recovery? I know that's a big part of camp. What's been healing up those bumps and bruises for you during this camp?
Yeah, every day the Terphouse, man. You know that we've been taking it twice a day. The tinctures, any bangs and bruises, we got the lotion. Just my regular supplements too, but really the CBD has been the biggest factor in my career so far. Even with like little things like anxiety and sleep and stuff like that, I think it's helped me out immensely. So really appreciate those guys.
How's the weight cut going? Obviously, it's like you've just continuously been in camp, so I imagine the weights. And I mean, you don't cut a lot of weight, anyways.
No, you know what? But what happened was, I know I've went over this before. The last time I kind of had a slip up, and I think it wasn't, not so much discipline or the way I eat, but the timing of it. And I don't like to check the scale every day, so I think I just waited a little too long. I was about 3 weeks out from the fight, and I was like, all right, I feel normal, been putting in the time, been eating good, and I was like 154, and I was like, oh shit, like I'm heavier than usual. Usually I'm like 149 at that point. And now I've just been like, you know what, I got to stay on the scale, I got to keep my numbers right. So I've been hanging out at around 149, 148 for the last like 2 weeks. And that's where I need to be at like 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out from the fight to make the cut easy for myself. So everything's going smooth.
How do you do Christmas this year with the fact you have the fight on the 29th?
Yeah, you know what? My family's coming out to Vegas, which is kind of cool. I got my girlfriend, my mom, my dad. My dad's in my corner, so he's always there. But we're going to come back and celebrate Christmas like the day after the fight, which is nice. Kind of postpone it a little bit.
Good call. Yeah, so at least you're not
Yeah.
missing out. You're just sort of moving the date over, right?
Yeah, just moving it over. And then you got New Year's right after, so I can kind of have them both in one day.
Yeah, no, you got it all planned out. What's your prediction for this fight? How do you see this one unfolding on the 29th?
I see a lot of different things. Montel's a calm, cool, composed guy in there. I think he kind of waits a little bit to let things go. Seems like Ricky Simon set a good blueprint on how to take care of that. Put a lot of pressure on him. Got to get inside. The guy's got a lot of reach on the height, so his striking's pretty good. His wrestling defense is pretty good, but I think his jiu-jitsu is where he's lacking a little bit. So I think, I just got to keep the pressure on him and try to find a submission, just stay in his face.
I'm sure you want to stay active next year. That's the plan. I know that Brooklyn card's probably a little too quick of a turnaround there, but is there any card you're looking at for next year that you want to get on? I don't know if you've had an eye at the schedule yet.
Yeah, I love staying active, and I would. I wish I was fighting a little bit further away from that Brooklyn card because it'd be nice to bounce back, get on that card. But I'm willing to take short notice fights. 'Cause like I said, I'm never, I don't have a strict camp. I'm always just back in the gym as soon as I can. So I'll take short notice fights. But as far as timing goes, it looks like maybe March 2nd, if I can get back in Vegas, that would be cool to get back there and have some more training at the Institute. And I'm down for whatever, though, man. As long as they get me back in there, I want to get this guy out of there and make myself, make my way back up in the ranks.
Podcast wise, what are you listening to right now? I always ask you about this. Any good episodes you listened to recently?
Yeah, we got Joey Diaz, we got Below the Belt with Brendan Schaub. I'm watching the MMA Hour today, of course. I always watch that. I love Mondays for that. And actually, I just picked up a Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
It's like
nice.
a
You're speaking my
handheld. Yeah,
language.
yeah. I'm not much of a gamer, but I'm like, you know what? I'm on these flights. I'm on my phone. I'm gonna switch it up, get something I could, handheld device
Pun
I could
intended.
travel with, kill the time. And so I got Mario Kart going and FIFA on there so far. I don't know any other games you suggest to get on there?
Well, I haven't even, to be honest, I don't even own a Switch. I just hear great things about it. I'm more into the retro gaming, but the Switch is probably the next purchase for me. And I hear that Mario game, the Odyssey, is supposed to be amazing, and Mario Kart. And Mario Kart, I've been playing since it was on the Super Nintendo, so I'm a huge fan
Yeah,
of that.
that's a game I used to play in the past. So I was like, you know what? I'll probably get into it a little bit. FIFA's been pretty cool, and it's not like the biggest screen, but it's something to travel with. So I figured
No,
I would jump on that.
and it kills some time too, right? Which is the big thing. So.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need Wi-Fi or anything. Just jump on the plane, get playing games, kill the time. So it's easy.
Were you ever good at Mario Kart growing up?
Yeah, I was good at that. I played video games when I was really young, but then once I got into sports and fighting and training and everything, it kind of just wiped everything away. And then like podcasts, there's just so much to watch on there. So it's just like I can't get around to everything.
Well, I was going to say next time if there's a card I'm going to cover and you happen to be on it, we should do some Mario Kart because I've been doing that with the fighters.
Yeah.
And Brackatona just beat me last time, so I've got to avenge that loss to some fighter at some point. So we'll see what
Yeah, man.
happens.
I'm sure you'll take me out because I'm new to it, but let's do it, man.
Sounds good, man. Well, in the meantime, UFC 232, December 29th, man, this card is stacked, like Brian said. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, social media, you got me at Brian Boom 135 on Instagram and Twitter, Brian Kelleher on Facebook. I'd like to thank the Float Place, Vita Cryotherapy, the Terphouse, Hummus for all my meals and everything, and thanks to all my training partners, 10th Planet, Long Island MMA, my brother, of course, my family for all the support. Appreciate it.